Hello and welcome to the Midweek Mindfulness Break for the second week of September 2025. Today we have a waning moon in Aries. We had a full moon lunar eclipse just a few days ago on Sunday, the 7th in Pisces. And then we are in the middle of the eclipse portal. We have another solar eclipse on the new moon in Virgo, and that's in, let's see, about a week and a half. So, uh, yeah, we're in it. Change of seasons, lots of interesting energy happening. And today I thought during this time of year, for me, I love to focus in on embodiment and grounding. But we'll do a traditional mindfulness practice today with a real heavy emphasis on um, our body and our breath. So let's go ahead and get started by finding your comfortable meditation posture. And so find your seat or lie down if that feels more appropriate for you today. Becoming still. And so becoming still wherever you are, either lying, sitting, standing, if that's your jam today. Whatever you choose, allow yourself to be as comfortable as possible. And then as you're ready, you can lightly close your eyes or gaze softly toward the space in front of you. And then just begin to allow yourself to arrive here in a moment of stillness as you begin your practice. And we do that by just noticing what is going on for you right now. What is the overall feeling tone of your mind, body, and spirit? What is it you are bringing with you into your practice today? I think it's important to note in our practice that it's going to feel a little different every time we arrive in our practice based on whatever is happening around us, whatever we've experienced throughout our day, our week. We're always arriving a little differently each time we practice. And begin to take note of the body, noticing the weight and shape of the whole body. Noticing the support beneath the body. So, wherever it is you landed in your meditation posture, start to notice that support beneath the body. And consider that support an invitation to settle by giving the weight of your body up to gravity. Allow your weight to sink into these points of contact between your body and the support beneath you. That support includes your seat back. So if you're sitting in a chair or a couch, you can definitely lean back into your seat back and settle. And let's continue this focus on the body as you settle the weight and shape of your body into the support beneath you. Begin to notice what's present within your physical body. You might do a body scan and notice what feels open and spacious and whole. And then you might scan and notice the opposite of that, noticing what feels tight, any tension or pain, resistance to unpleasant sensations, discomfort. Allowing for both to exist at the same time, because that is what's real. Areas of lightness, openness, spaciousness, ease, as well as areas of tension, resistance, pain, discomfort. Allow it all to be present with a kind and gentle awareness without any judgment. And let's take the next moment or two, let's say around 20 rounds of breathing as you allow your breath to be natural here in your practice today. Just 20 full breaths, natural breaths, allowing this moment to be here and witness what it feels like to be in your human body today. And you might pull your awareness and attention back into the body if you've become distracted by another experience, which is totally acceptable and normal part of the practice. And gently guide yourself back to the physical body, noticing, witnessing, accepting, allowing, holding it all within your awareness with kindness and compassion. To be here for about another 5 or so rounds of breathing before we include more awareness in our practice. Witnessing the body. In these last moments, you might ask yourself what wisdom the body has to offer you today. Inviting in the wisdom of your physical body. And while we maintain awareness of the physical body, let's begin to include awareness of your breathing. And so you're encouraged to maintain this natural breath, out striving to have any type of breath, just allowing the breath to have its own depth and pace and rhythm. And begin to notice how the body breathes. And checking in with the physical sensation of breathing in the nose. Perhaps you feel the air moving in and out of the nose. You might notice the rise and fall of the chest and the belly. You might notice the expanding and contracting of the rib cage and the pelvis. Or you might feel the breath somewhere else in your body. Now take the next several rounds of breath, about the next 10 to 20 rounds of breath, just to hold space for the physical body and how it breathes. You might also notice the life force energy with the breath, the prana. The inhale tends to enliven our energy, and the exhale tends to soften or relax the energy. When the breath is balanced, our energy is balanced. And so you might pay attention to, again, how the breath feels, the nature of the breath in this moment in your body. And checking in and noticing if you've become distracted by another wave of experience, and then guide yourself back to embodied breath awareness. And we are about halfway through the practice today. So let's begin to open up the possibility of including other experiences in your practice today, allowing the anchor to continue to be embodied breath awareness, anchoring your awareness in the body, witnessing the breath in the body, but allowing for the experience of thoughts as they arise and pass away in the mind. You might also notice any feelings or emotions as they arise. I invite you to let it all in and let these other experiences of thoughts and feelings and emotions come and go like clouds passing by in the sky. So you can just notice, maybe name the experience as a thought or a feeling. You might name it specifically as judging or planning or joy or sadness or pain. And then allow that sensation, that experience to dissipate slowly, coming back into the breath and the body. This practice teaches us non-attachment. It allows us to notice and witness without judgment, to learn that the whole human experience is complicated and complex, yet we don't need to attach ourselves to any specific experience. We can simply let it go, knowing that it's impermanent and it will pass. And I'll mind the time, be here for the next, let's say, 10 or 20 or so more rounds of breath, just allowing space for all of it in your practice today. Checking in and allowing space, awareness, and attention for all of the experiences in this moment. Let it all be there with kind attention. You might also now begin to include any sounds or activity that might be happening around you. It's almost impossible to practice in a completely quiet and undisturbed place as much as we try. The world continues on around us as we sit quietly. In my home, my two cats have the zoomies at the moment. Let it all be a part of your practice. The body, the breath, passing thoughts, feelings, emotions, sounds, recognizing the impermanence of all of it. Let's release the mindfulness practice and conclude with some gratitude and compassion. So draw your awareness now to the center of your heart, the chest. Notice if you're holding any tension, constriction within that space. And if so, you might invite in a little openness, a little softness, a little ease. As we invite in some compassion for ourselves or whatever came up today in your practice, recognizing that life is challenging, hard, and complicated at times. The practice can be complicated and challenging at times. Holding space for compassion for yourself, for this moment, for this practice. And then let's invite in some gratitude as well. So, gratitude again for this moment, this practice, and anything else that you might be grateful for today. Allow yourself the space to be grateful. And as we begin to conclude the practice, you might start deepening your breath. It might feel good to take a couple rounds of cleansing breath. Deep inhale through the nose and a long sigh out of the mouth. And as you feel ready, you can just start to notice your body, notice where you are, notice the room you're in. Start to flicker your eyes open when you're ready. Might help to place a hand on your heart or take a mudra or gesture that feels appropriate for you in this moment as you conclude your practice. And then gently bow your head down to honor yourself and your practice. Thank you so much for being here today, joining me in the weekly midweek mindfulness break. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you live with ease. Thank you. Take care. See you next week.